What is up, risk takers? Welcome to the Kill Pete strategy. I am Pete. I'm a top player in Risk Global Domination. A daily release on YouTube. I do weekday streams on Twitch. If you are interested in getting better at the game of Risk, I invite you to subscribe to my channels and come along the ride with me. Ladies and gentlemen, another round of Fixed Friday. Classic Fixed World Domination. And what can I tell you? We are playing as purple in the third seed. I'm very grateful that we're playing a 60-second game with a neutral AI. I love that. World Domination on Classic Auto 60, neutral bot. Thank you. Fixed cards. Alliances are on, Fog Blizzard portals are off. Nobody botted or failed to ready rather. In the first seat, the red player is Yusuf Seyhan, flying the flag of Turkey. In the second seat, the yellow player is General Tawari, 17848 from Spain. Just throw some alliance requests out there. In the third position, we got myself, the old Peteman, playing as purple. In position 4 is Hector Grinface 20, flying the flag of USA, playing as white. In position 5, it's Hertha Stonewall 19, flying the flag of Canada, playing as black. And in the ultimate seat, the blue player is General Wolfram 19650 from Portugal, who has quite the Australia spawn. So, all right, let's see what we want to see here. Red wants to be in Europe. My spawn actually kind of sucks. I'm going to have to figure out how to get the hell out of everyone's way. Where could we end up? Try bully for South America. Don't really want South America. Don't love my spawn. Let's say. Hope we get good dice on a 73. Don't really want to hit a 3-stack turn one either. And we don't. Yep. Too bad. Not good. Not good. Aim at North America. See how it goes. So here's what I figure happens. I figure red has Europe. I figure white has Africa. I figure yellow or black has South America. I figure blue wins Australia. But I don't actually see anyone in North America. And I like North America. We move in to North America. So far, we've allied up with everyone on the board except for yellow. Offer it to yellow as well. Might as well just talk to everyone. I do have a decent amount of troops in the NA sphere. Get the 3 in, get the 6 in, and hopefully get the 5 somehow. 5 seems pincered between black, yellow, black, yellow, black and yellow sort of thing. Okay, black wants South, black moves in South Africa. So does the 3 move to the 4? That moves in, prevents me from leaving. Unless he wants to cut down, hit another yellow 3. Finally, yeah, blue's just going to go Smackarino time in Australia. Hits a 4-1. Takes a turn 1 Australia in the final seat. We like to see it. Can blue leverage their early advantage? Or will they find themselves stuck in Australia? Turn 2. The red player probably adds to Europe and takes my piece of mid. Hopefully they saw me going hua hua as my willingness to leave, which it is. Yellow's the only player who didn't accept the alliance. And it looks like, yeah. Okay, good. Red is exhausting material in North America, which I like. Yellow forces me to hit Greenland. 9 hits my 5. No. That's a lot of people in Africa. Yeah, well, that's an easy play for me. Just continue to move into North America. To do much other than that. Hopefully curry favor with the guy who is eventually going to take Europe. Happy with that turn 2. We're now committed to North America. And if we use our 5 in Brazil, maybe black negotiates with me. I'll say to black, hit yellow. I'll throw him a heart. The message I'm trying to send to black is if he goes that way, I go this way, which would be mutually beneficial long term. Of course, black would also need an exterior, which he does have. In Africa, maybe black will be able to take South America and put his troops in Asia to take cards. Otherwise, we'll find ourselves at war with the player inevitably. Does continue insisting on Africa. Okay, black's not going to back down from that. And they're also not going to move their 6. 6 stays right where it is, which means my 5 stays right where it is. In everyone's way. And blue uncontested. Hopefully doesn't put material in North America. I should actually prioritize removing these 2 next because we definitely don't want Blue putting additional troops in my side of the board. We want them in their hole. You want to be in Australia, you have it. Okay, so if red works on Europe, and if red is cool with me here, which are big ifs, we don't always see a non-militarized zone. Red's not going to overextend, right? He's going to take that slowly. Right. I think I hit a black 2 here. So I want to give the white stack a path to leave. Or maybe white starts taking cards. We'll see. But again, I kind of want to group my troops in NA. Problem is I'll be in 2 positions. If I lose the 5, then I'll be in 1 position. Then I get eaten if I missed a set. It is a 5. Nobody's itching to roll it yet. Yellow puts it in Asia. Okay, yellow isn't anywhere. Cool. That's fine by me. Don't love the idea of hitting a 2, but I think it's the right 2 to hit. I'm going to hit this 2. And I'm going to get punished again on the dice. All right, my dice have been shit so far, so we're expecting the card luck. Be good. It is. This is what's known as a gambler's fallacy. Probably should define it. We have been speaking about it. The definition of the gambler's fallacy is the gambler's fallacy arises out of a incorrect belief that if an event whose occurrences are independent and identically distributed has occurred more frequently than expected, then it is less likely to happen again in the future, and vice versa. Simply put, outcomes that are as equal to occur as other outcomes. You can smack my 5? Yeah, this gets me dead if I didn't have a set. Okay, that was not a friendly play by black. Also, black is not investing in the future of his own card. So I'm going to be in a North America v. South America war. Unless I set and pop this guy. Or I move to Asia. Yeah, talking about the gambler's fallacy is the presumption that the probability of the next independent event, all things being equal, is affected by the outcomes of previous events, which, you know, we all kind of know intuitively isn't true. Black popping my 5 there presents a very real problem, right? Black doesn't have an exterior. They're about to lose it. They're only going to be able to take cards in Africa or North America. I could actually try card block them. I think that's the line of play. Card block them, force them to pressure into white. Those are my 3 options, right? I either run down and break preemptively, which I don't love doing, or I run, which I don't love doing, or I sit here. Hope they don't have a set on 3, which I'm going to do. And we're going to test this out. It might fail. So what I'm going to do, folks, I'm going to set and stack on the 8, and I'm going to go pop, 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 sit in Mexico and fortify the 5 to it. So we're going to sit here with 1 stack and 1 card, and black maybe has cards in suicides, or it forces them the other way, which they really haven't preserved. Okay, maybe yellow kills black here would be great. Yellow just kills him dead. Please make him die. Yeah. Yeah, kill him. Oh, fuck. All right, I have to hope that black doesn't have a set on 3, and I also have to hope that I get good dice. I'm about to hit 5 troops. I don't like this plan. Our dice is shit. No, you don't go that way. That's mine. What does black do? Black could just set and pop it, but the entire board has pinned this guy in. White leaves would be my guess. Hitting a 5 was not the play. I'm not going to just abide that. Yeah, white leaves. Good for white. That's a better play. All right, black. Yes, black gets cards in Africa. Stacks on me. Just kill him. If I was going to break you, I would have. Guy obviously doesn't know how to play the South America position if someone's in North America. I just eat a Sioux, I think. I just eat a Sioux here. I eat a Sioux from black. Yellow do. Does yellow take Africa? That's my read on black. Not maintaining an exterior while holding South America tells me that he's only trying to go this way. I'm basically saying no to that, but there's no expectation of this being all that great of a play. If I had an iota of self-preservation, maybe I pivot to Alaska and just do the itinerant stack in Asia play, let these guys hit each other. Seems like a boring game. I'm going to try and... This is a bold move, right? It's a ballsy move. It might not work. I feel like I'd rather go out swinging. I feel like white and yellow are just waiting for me to get popped. 2 cavalry. White takes the opportunity to leave. Thank you. I don't know that yellow feels the same way. Again, black's in the same sitch. They can set, put a stack in Asia, and then everything's copacetic. They continue stacking in Venezuela. I will have regretted my decision to not just kill them. Yellow is still allowing them to do that. This might be their last chance, though. Attack white. I'm saying put your troops here. So you'll be able to continue to get cards and we don't have to annihilate each other. Does he get it? He's thinking about what to do. He's thinking about setting and suing me. Perhaps he's thinking about quitting the game like a baby. Having a 10-stack bot guard there would be lovely right now. Huh. Smell you later. Oh, that's way better. That's way better, folks. Please, bot, please exist on my southern border. That is way better. Goodbye. I can't figure out how to solve this puzzle. For those of you at home watching, the solution to the puzzle Black was faced with was put troops in a different location. Oh, God. It wasn't even that fucking complicated. All right, I'm going to take North America in 2 turns. I want to obviously give yellow a chance to do something. Yeah, and red's massive. So as long as I don't militarize Greenland, I don't think they pop me, but that 5, you know. And yellow didn't ally up. Yes, I actually have no reason to trust yellow. One player in this game who didn't ally up. Use the 4, please. That would be the friendly thing. I'm going to take Africa. Yeah, we line ourselves up to take... lose another fucking troop. Line ourselves up to take next turn. No set on 3. If I'm red here, I would have maybe considered killing white on 5 cards. That time is now passed. White sets. Gets the dudes trade, though. Gets the dudes trade. No shocker that the Australia player hasn't done anything from having their turn 1 Australia. And red now is already starting to exceed their troop count. And it is the 6th turn. I'm going to keep pace with red for 1 more turn, and then red pulls ahead and remains ahead. As long as red doesn't do anything dumb, start swinging their dick around, blue will get shrunk, as will I. I'm going to do a non-confrontational hold up in Northwest territories. I'm not going to guard against Venezuela at all. The bot is going to protect me there. And we'll see how this cookie crumbles. The non-confrontational hold says, as long as you don't break me, I can't hit you. So it says, just let me get my +5. I'm not going to. I'm going to stay out of the board politics for a while and catch back up. And I should, because I'm like half of red's troops. Red sets on 3, though, which tells me they're going to want to make a move. And that move is to guard stronger. Red says, I've already won this game. Just let me win it more. I don't think anyone's going to address red because they're simply too large. And this would be yellow's last chance to use that 4. And black has returned. So that was a fake quit. If black hits me in Mexico, I don't know. How about this? Now that black's here, I have to do it differently. I have to do the hold like this, so if they break me, they get retaliated on. But I still want to hold North America. I'm glad I checked, and I'm glad I offered the alliance again. I'm not going to block black. I highly expect black to break me here, which does kind of give me no option. I don't have a set on 4. If they break me, I think we just both die. You can still hit a 1. He can also just kill me. Okay, it looks like he's going to put troops in Asia. Yay! Oh, thank you. Thank you for putting troops in Asia. Nope, you still don't know how to do it. Wow. All right, he's playing a very, very interesting South America style. Black goes for the break? No. Blue, rather. Blue's going to give me a card? So this is my attempt to pivot from the Cold War Mexican build-up inevitable suicide and the situation I would have done guarding here if the black player stayed botted. Black player has significantly more troops than me. I'm going to have to sit on 5 cards, and I don't like that. Unless yellow breaks here, which I see the odds of are 0, I should hold North America. If I'm yellow, I start considering killing white. Set kill white set is on the table. Doesn't take that. Already kind of looks like red has won this game. Maybe he still kills white. Set kill white set. I wish I had cards here. Going to 5 here is really dangerous. I still might die. Yeah, and we're gonna try and leave black card blocked. Oh, red. Or yellow, rather. I don't know what you're doing. All right, so 1 troop here. My stack is locked inside. We take a 5th card. We take a breath. I need to stay out of trouble for a bit. We're 38 and 5, so it's not the best deal in town. Black's going to be at about the... Or white is going to be at about the same. Loose his thumbs down. What's the problem? How can I help you, Blue? What do you want me to do? Thumbs down to me. He thumbs me down for taking a card? Is Blue the type of psycho who sues out if they lose anything? Is white going to block me but not break me? Okay. Here, this play by white gets them killed by blue. I'm very, very happy and surprised that me and black haven't gone to war. All right, blue threw me a thumbs down. Do we see that 40 stack go up my ass? They could kill me right now. They could just kill me. Give me last. Sets gets the 10. Don't know that would be a great move, but it would be a move. Okay. Yeah, and with that, I'm pretty sure I live. So I don't think red can kill me. I don't think yellow can kill me. So we've stabilized now in a +5. Good. That took a bit of early game negotiating. At what point does yellow consider getting that kill on white? Never. Yellow hasn't done anything but sit in other people's bonuses and not take their own. Me and red are cool. I ended up with an exact matching stack that neither of us will be adding to, which is effectively 0. But I can leave it there and not have to feel threatened. We do get 8. We also get another 8. I'm just going to bury troops inside my bonus so I can get a +5 and stay out of the board politics for as long as possible. Reciprocate breaks. I want to be as inoffensive as I can be because of how massive a lead red has taken, except he isn't leveraging his advantage. Red could eat white or eat yellow, and they'd still be equivalent to the players in second place. Interesting situation to see nobody in Africa. Black's not really giving yellow a reason to sue him. So I think if anyone eats the yellow sue, it's black. And I think if anyone eats black sue, it's yellow. So those guys are still really at each other's throats. 12 moves? 5 moves? Oh no, man. Black feels pretty reined in by this. Skips. Blue hits a yellow 3. And kills white. All right, we lose white. This was a terrible play by blue. They go from 6th to 5th. Yellow kills them, I would say. Yeah. Sorry, Hector, you got noob slammed. Yeah, blue ran out of patience. All right, they are now the weakest player. They're going to be sitting on 3 cards. If I'm yellow, I kill them because I'm really, really feeling pressure here. Blue could also break me, adding to the dumb. That would be like an extra layer of dumb on top of the dumb move they just made. He does not. Okay. Great. Yeah, I'm going to stop buffing the 23 here and expect that this either gets pulled off or if it does break me, I can reciprocate. I'm going to keep my guard up here with definitely without antagonizing red. Red can eat blue. They're just chilling a +5. A yellow can also eat blue and set. And move to Australia where they then will probably die. And he looks like he is taking that line of play, so yellow will get 4th. Okay, cool. So yeah, blue gives himself 5th place. And yellow gives himself 4th by the looks of it. Yellow also moves slower than Molasses, so he might actually run out of time with this kill, but hopefully he rolls a 25. You have to hit 6 more territories. Now you have to hit 5 more territories. And 4. He won't get it. And 3. And 2. All right, he might just have it. 1. And runs out of time on the blue kill. Hwah! Lucky, lucky. All right. Great. So I'm getting +5. Black's going to be getting +5. Red's going to be +5. And yellow is going to be getting +2. And they're going to lose next. Cool. So we make top 3 probably based on this board. Now I put my stack in Asia. We are no longer interested in anyone breaking us on that line. We just guard up in Kamchatka. If red wants to swing their dick around, they can just kill yellow. Kill yellow set is on the table, and they'd still be as strong as me in black. They can just eat yellow right now and go into the 3-player game. Yeah, no shocker. What black should do is black should take Middle East and sit with 100% of their troops here. Red should sit with 100% of their troops here. I sit with 100% of my troops here. Yellow can't get another card after a while. And then we triple team Deadliest Trap. Or, what I would not be shocked to see right now if I was red, is they just kill yellow. At this point, the red player is so far ahead that he could do that. It doesn't look like it's his style to give up his lead. The red wants to be in the lead the whole game. 69 troops. Ladies and gentlemen. Yeah. The red's not giving away any advantage. Yellow surely realizes that they are now locked in the Australia Doom position. Please antagonize someone who isn't me. No. Okay. Yep. We'll put all our troops up in cam. That's where they're going to stay. Again, black's in the exact same position as last turn. You should take Middle East and not give it up. See how many turns it takes for black to realize it. My read on black is that they are very new. Yeah. My read on black is they are a novice or a beginner. Thankfully, they haven't gone bad to me, but at any point they might. Well, maybe not, because they also haven't broken red. We'll see. Yeah, red's not opening a yellow stack. I was going to hit off the four in Mongolia. I'm in second place overall in terms of troops. That's where I plan on staying. I'm fine to trade with red and Irkuts. Black should stop trading in Middle East and Tikit. This has now been true for 2 turns. A second the 10. At some point, I'm also a little bit worried about black losing patience with me. Maybe I add a bit to that stack, but he isn't adding to the 12, so I think no. I haven't added to the 23 in a long time, so I don't think... yes! Okay, it took him 3 turns to figure it out, so maybe he isn't a beginner. That was a good move. That was a good move. Thumbs up. Now we have a triple deadliest trap on yellow. But it could still take a long time for this all to resolve. The longer red allows yellow to live, the more likely it becomes that yellow stabilizes in a place where it isn't all that worthwhile to kill them. But hey, sometimes you just gotta play the seat you're dealt. And you're dealt? Mixed metaphor? All right. Surely yellow sees which way the wind is blowing. I don't think I ever give him another card, if I can avoid it. I don't think I need a 6 trade either. Black trades in Afghanistan with red opening red's 87. Red should probably just set and kill yellow, but he's not gonna. He doesn't want to equalize the troop counts. I don't really blame him. Why give up a lead, right? Yeah, this guy knows how to play. This guy's quite good. I'm going to worry about red. I think red is the best player in this lobby. I don't know that I would have given up my lead to just get a kill on yellow and advance the game. Don't honestly know that I would have. It was a play. Not the play. All right, everyone trading Afghanistan. Now we get a 10 set. Hang out to my corner of the board. I hear a Mopus man. Ladies and gentlemen, it is at this point in the game that I rely on the advanced feline strats of Reginald Schmopus Boy Jeej. Now pull us through. He is the classic fixed Grandmaster of Grandmaster, holder of the feline titles in Risk. Pound for pound, the best Risk player in the world. Want to sit? Hey, bud. Come sit. Sit with us. Sit with the people. People like the Reggie cam. No? Oh, you want to sit with me? You want to sit? Want to come sit? Come. Come sit, Reggie. Maybe he wants to sit. Reggie, come sit with me. Schmopus man. Come, Reg. The people want their Schmopus time. Hi. How are you? What do you think? Are you impressed I got out of that North America, South America situation? Me too. I thought I was going to die. I thought me and Black were going to kill each other. Oh, yeah. There's more. Yep, we don't need it. Gotta sit, buddy. Sit down. Have a seat. Okay, Black opens the yellow stack too. Hey, Red. That tells me that Red's losing patience. Also, Red's lead is thinning relative to me and Black. Yellow's going to close off their stack. Yeah, they're not interested. They're interested in being on. All right, well, we all hold hands and sing Kumbaya and win together. I definitely don't put troops on Greenland on purpose. Where you going? Where you going? We got a little bit of Schmopus time. Hit it. Quite sure what Black's trying to do. Feeling a little nervous about it, though, I gotta say. It's a very suspenseful point in the game. Maybe it's a good time to do a Q&A question. Our next question is from Napo Tad. Hey, Pete. As we are starting to see the pitfalls and long-term effects of unchecked capitalism, what do you believe will happen if and when the class disparity becomes too much for the middle/working class? Revolutions in this day and age are far less practical, and our social structure has changed immensely since the time when revolutions were practical. What does change look like in the modern era? Wow. All right, this might be a good game for this type of question because this is a very deep, very involved question. Okay, so first things first, I'm not an economist. I don't believe in the Church of Economic Dogma. I'm not religious about it. I'm also apolitical. So I look at an economy as outside and distinct of the political system that it is operating within as possible. Now, it's not actually possible to do it fully separate or distinct, right? However, all that to say, I am talking about this mostly from the perspective of a philosopher. So when we talk about systems design, right? Capitalism is a system of distribution that solves, that has, oh, Reggie is here. Yeah. We got Reggie here. Capitalism solves a distribution problem, okay? It allows us to use price as a mechanism for determining what things are worth and an automated way such that we don't have to manually decide. It's probably a really shitty way of doing it. My mind is torn in too many directions. Let's answer the question sequentially. As we are starting to see the pitfalls and long-term effects of unchecked capitalism. So what our questioner here, Napotat, is touching on is Marx's notion of late-stage capitalism. And I'm going to define it using Marx's terms, because obviously somebody, yeah, and then I don't put the 2 on Greenland. Somebody of Karl Marx's intellectual caliber will be a lot better suited to define his own phrase than myself. Late stage capitalism. Okay, late capitalism. Perhaps it's not Marx. I thought this was Marx. Am I misunderstanding? The term first used by German economist Werner Sombart around the time of the 20th century. The term began to refer to corporate capitalism. Okay, perhaps I'm not getting it right. Thought it was Marx. Okay, no, it's Mandel. According to Marxist economist Ernest Mandel, who popularized the term in his 1972 PhD dissertation, late-stage capitalism will be dominated by the machinations, or perhaps better, fluidities of financial capital, and also by the increasing commodification and industrialization of ever more inclusive sectors. Yeah, okay, so the market as a mechanism begins to grind to a halt when those working within it are not able to produce enough value through their labor to afford the goods and services the market offers. So the wheels of capitalism grind to a halt because those working cannot also consume. So this is a systems failure. I think this is an inherent systems failure. It is inevitable. And I think long-term humanity should look, if we are to try and approach our economy wisely from a designer's perspective, long-term humanity should look into what the ultimate consequences of that inevitability, right? We end up in a paradigm where the vast majority of people are unable to, in air quotes, justify their right to exist inside of the system via labor, right? They are functionally useless. So the class disparity is one of the symptoms of the approaching inevitability of this approaching systemic failure. Okay? What do you believe will happen if and when the class disparity becomes too much for the middle or working class? Okay. So here's where we touch on history. The middle class is actually a fairly new phenomenon historically. What we have with the fallout of the Second World War, right? The United States rising to the heights of superpowerdom, and then at the end of the Cold War, finding ourselves in a unipolar superpower, right? The U.S. global hegemony, or the Pax Americana, whatever you want to talk about, fueled by GIs returning home to war triumphant, fueled by some incredible technological innovations that I kind of got to see the very end of, right? My parents' generation. My father was born in 1952. My mom was born in 1953. And one a European, one an American. They got to experience arguably the best economy in history, right? The democratization of so many things so quickly, and the highest increase in quality of life probably by any sort of historic measure. My folks got to live a standard of living that centuries earlier kings and queens didn't even remotely enjoy, and we take for granted. We take this for granted because it's all we've ever known, and we don't
as human beings, live long enough to have a very long view of history. So we find ourselves in almost kind of a naive bubble where this is just the way things are, and of course they'll be this way forever. But anyone who understands the trends of history understands that empires rise and fall, societies come into existence and go out of it, and there's no reason to imagine that the Pax Americana will last forever, nor will it, and I would say it will certainly decline, in fact, and a new empire will rise and fall after it, and so on and so forth. And that's just how the wheel of history turns. The middle class is a rare phenomenon. It's not the norm. So if and when the class disparity becomes too much for the middle working class, well, the middle class isn't the determinant of revolution. He's putting a 16 there for no reason. Here is where I really have to kind of pick at the question even more, because the sentence, revolutions in this day and age are far less practical, struck me as absurd. When you talk about the extent to which blood is shed in a violent revolution, that is not the term. Practical is not the term I would use by any stretch of the imagination. My ex-father-in-law once said something to me that I found very insightful. He says, the Western tradition is much more evolutionary than revolutionary. And I was like, yeah, he's right. And you would much rather live in a evolutionary society. The problem with the Western tradition is it doesn't seem to be intentional. Oh, the quintuple dudes! It doesn't seem to be intentionally designed. At least not on a systems level. It's a bunch of self-interested parties acting in their own self-interest, without a doubt. But it doesn't actually seem like, if you were to design a car, what would you do? Right? You wouldn't design the car piecemeal and then try to slap it all together and hope it would work. You would say the goal of this car is a comfortable, functional means of transportation. And then subsequently also somewhat fashionable. People do wear their cars as fashion, but all of those things would be considered, right? Instead, what we have is we have an economy that is running on inertia. We have a political system that is running on inertia. All of our institutions kind of have roots in like the late Middle Ages, Enlightenment, things like that. And they are just, and don't get it wrong, right? Institutions have a vested interest in their own continued existence. So the sentence, revolutions in this day and age are far less practical, I don't think they ever were practical. I think revolutions occur when a critical mass of different material and emotional realities in a society exist. And I think your sense that it might be coming is one that I share. I think we are bearing witness to the end of the Pax Americana. I don't think we know what comes after, right? But I think it's safe to say that when the revolution comes, we hope it's as evolutionary as possible, right? We hope it's as practical as possible. Our social structure has changed immensely since the time when revolutions were practical. I would disagree completely, right? I wouldn't use that framing. I don't think it means anything. I don't think it's a useful framework. Revolutions were never practical, and I don't think ever will be. I think people don't work like that. We don't design our societies with that in mind, right? We don't design our framework with enough understanding of its need to be continually updated. And that is something that I would build into an economic design, and that's something I would build into a political design. I would say you absolutely need consistent updating of the framework. Because that's just wise, right? That's just a recognition of the reality that things do change over time. To your point, right? Our social structure has changed immensely. Yes, it has. Okay, final question. Very simple question, very open-ended. What does change look like in the modern era? I'm going to say, perhaps controversially, that change in the modern era is going to look a lot like change in the historic era. Right? We have this sort of naivete associated with this bullshit notion that we are living at the end of history. But of course we're not, right? If you were to jump forward in time 100 years, everything that was happening now would be a generation or 2 or 3 removed, right? We are seeing, however, unprecedented technological innovation. We are seeing unprecedented demographic shifts. And we are seeing unprecedented levels of mental illness and epidemics of loneliness and ennui. So this is where I kind of get on my soapbox here and I say, as humans, the single greatest thing, the greatest challenge we are faced with is the lack of definition, lack of agreement on the definition of progress. We are, by our nature, going to build things and invent things and go somewhere together. This is true because it is fundamental to what we are as an organism. We are the thing that creates. But what we're not doing, and what I think we desperately need to be doing, is we need to figure out where we mutually want to go, rather than use up all of the resources, all of the cheap energy that we are currently extracting, just so that a very, very small subset of us can live at an even higher quality of living than the one that the average person in the world enjoys right now, which is, as I said, much, much higher than in any other moment in human history. So we always want to qualify the naysayers and the doom and gloom with a little bit of that, right? I always want to leave it on a positive note. I am optimistic about the future of humanity. I think we are extremely good at solving technical problems, right? Humans are great at technical solutions to problems, and we are piss poor at equitable distribution of those resources. So, getting to the Rawlsian idea of the decent minimum, whether or not using something like UBI, all UBI does is preserve capitalism for a little bit longer. It delays that late stage, that moment where the wheels do grind to a halt, right? But eventually getting to a place where we have a resource-based economy, like what Peter Joseph has been talking about with the Zeitgeist movement all of these years. I would love to get into that more. And as you can see, I could talk about this forever. But you do have to take a holistic approach, merging things like economics, history, and philosophy to answer a question of this nature. And I hope I did your question justice, sir. It was a great one. I probably talked for what feels like, a good long while. But, as we're watching this classic fixed stalemate, I don't really feel like I got anything to lose. So I hope the audience appreciates that answer. What does change look like? I think getting past the idea of a tribal chief in charge of things as complicated as corporations and nation states, right? Let's get rid of the idea of executive decision-based leadership at all. One person cannot do a good job at this anymore. Even if they wanted to, they couldn't. And our elected representatives don't want to either. They want to line their pockets, and I would too if I was an elected representative. So don't vote for me. Distributed decision-making, resource-based economy. What else can I say about this? Yeah, and I think just to not to stick it in, not to twist the knife in about your framework of revolutions in this stage are far less practical, but I'm a big unity thinker in terms of unity of all people. So I really don't like the idea of, obviously, massive inequality, class disparity like we see, but I also don't like the idea of violent revolution if we can avoid it, right? If we can get past a point where we kill each other, that would probably be good because we're not killing others, right? To other another person with our current understanding of, the human race and the one world we all live in. All we're doing is building weapons to kill ourselves, and that is if there isn't a more tragic waste of our production, of our ability to create, right? The production of weapons to kill ourselves seems like the most glaringly obvious, stupid decision we could possibly make. That's a great place to end it all. Right? Thank you for that question, man. That was great. So how does the stalemate end? Somebody sues. Somebody maybe tries to card block yellow. No. Or somebody sues, right? Somebody just loses patience. I might not get third anymore. I might get first. Who knows, right? There's really no... Somehow black has caught up to red. Has red been pissing away troops by rolling bad or something? Reg, what are you going to do? What do you think we should do here? He's like, stop. Don't bug me. I'm licking myself. Good thing we had a question because... as I said, this one definitely goes to time, folks. And you know what? It's not even like I give a shit about my rate points. How the fuck have I tied up to red? So I'm holding 13 territories? Okay, we're all exactly tied up at 269. Sick! No one can take a kill on yellow without immediately getting the next lowest placement. Ah, beautiful. Okay. I knew it was going to happen. It's going to hit me too, right? Oh, okay. Going to hit me too, right? He's done with this game. Poor red. Goes from hero to zero. Red gets fourth. Okay. He does take the kill. Yellow will be next to act. Yellow stack is locked. They can't actually do anything meaningful to the game. If they don't fortify out, I kill black and leave their stack locked. If they do fortify out, I kill black and then hit their stack. Either way, I think I win this game. That was a terrible play by black, and I feel bad for red. At least the game's over. Yeah. So what yellow needs to do here, if they have any hope in winning, is put their stack out. That means out, and by out I mean available to me. Otherwise, I'll have initiative after killing black. And 166 moves out. No. We don't really want to reward the suicides, right? So yeah, better to just not open the 166. Because they won't be able to get initiative on my roll, and I will, ideally. He's got a set he can break. Key mistake by yellow. Yellow could have had a reasonable line to win here. But yeah, wouldn't have expected them to get fourth. Or sorry, wouldn't have expected them to get second. I was expecting them to get fourth. And now we move the stack out. That is correct. Okay. Kind of need a good roll. And we get one. Come on. Click. Yeah, good game, man. Yeah, cheers. GG, General Tawari. I thought you were going to get fourth. All right. Happy the tension didn't break in the other way. There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for watching. I think we thank Reg for that one. He figured it out. Defeating 4 beginners and a master. Yellow was a master who didn't accept. How the fuck do you get to master in Classic Fixed without using alliances? Interesting. Hope you enjoyed, folks. Hope you found some of this fun and entertaining, maybe even a little bit educational and informative if you are interested in getting better at Game of Risk. I invite you to subscribe to my channels. Come along the ride with me. Daily release on YouTube. I do weekday streams on Twitch, and I still do Fix Friday every Friday. Hope you enjoyed, and until next time, for all of you on the path to world domination, good games and good luck. And the Schmopus boy says,